The future of the Star Wars franchise is said to be quite expansive, not just with the rise of Skywalker, but also a handful of other Star Wars projects that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently developing as we speak. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, just a couple of days ago, on November 7th, Bob Iger was in that earnings call talking about all of their different plans about the future of the Star Wars franchise, everything ranging from Disney Plus to, of course, new Star Wars films currently in the works. And on top of all of that, a lot of fans have been wondering exactly where things are going with Episode 9, as well as with the new Star Wars trilogy and the new live-action TV series, such as The Mandalorian Season 2, the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, and even the Cassian Andor series. So you can already see that Disney is really trying to aim into the streaming direction, which I'll get into that in just a couple of minutes from now. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about the future of this franchise, and what's really intriguing has all to do with one of Disney's plans involving the character of Darth Vader. Now, both Disney and Lucasfilm are said to be focused on the rise of Skywalker and a handful of live-action TV series currently in the works. Aside from that, they are also treating their new Star Wars trilogy as their priority after the release of Episode 9 and are currently looking for writers and directors for those particular films. Additionally, it's explained that Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger over at Disney and Lucasfilm have all been in negotiations of developing a new Star Wars film that would serve as a standalone centered on the character of Darth Vader and the slaughter of the surviving Jedi after Order 66. It's explained that Disney and Lucasfilm are developing this new Vader project that they are bouncing back and forth between on deciding if it should be a TV series and or a live-action Star Wars film that would actually drop in theaters by Disney and Lucasfilm. It's explained that Disney and Lucasfilm want to heal the Star Wars franchise after The Last Jedi backlash and its effect on solo A Star Wars Stories box office results, where the Vader project would serve as Disney's way of drawing in general fans all around the world of the Star Wars franchise back into the Star Wars films to unite every single person. Aside from the Vader project, Disney and Lucasfilm are also said to be developing a Crimson Dawn TV series centered on Darth Maul and Qi'ra from Solo: A Star Wars Story that would serve as a sequel to that film, with Alden Ehrenreich in the talks to reprise his role as Han Solo. So let's go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I think that this is a very good direction by Disney and Lucasfilm, depending on how they handle things here. Now, I want to go over their plans and everything related to Disney Plus, and of course the standalone films, and having Kevin Feige on board to produce a new Star Wars film alongside Kathleen Kennedy. Now, you guys may have heard the news a couple of weeks ago that Disney and Lucasfilm plan to bring on, of course, Kevin Feige to produce a new Star Wars movie that is going to be a standalone film, only one Star Wars movie that Kevin would work on. And this has nothing to do, as far as we know so far, with the new Star Wars trilogy, the one that, of course, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss exited from. This is actually said to be Disney and Lucasfilm pretty much rebooting the idea of a Star Wars story movies coming back into play here throughout the 2020s. It seems like that after The Last Jedi backlash and Solo's poor box office results, is that they really wanted to abandon the idea of, Solo: A Star Wars Story, a sequel and everything related to those lines, in which they are now trying to do in the form of a live-action TV series. Now, as far as the Darth Vader project goes, what's really exciting about that is that they are bouncing back and forth between it being an actual movie coming into theaters and it actually being a live-action TV series that would center on the Jedi, slaughter, the actual Jedi killings after Order 66. Hence why we hear Anakin Skywalker, asking Palpatine, what about the other Jedi spread throughout the galaxy? And Palpatine states, their betrayal will be dealt with. And that's exactly, what would actually be pretty much, a project that would serve as a sequel to that of Revenge of the Sith, as well as the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series that also serves, by the way, as a sequel to Revenge of the Sith. So does Solo: A Star Wars Story. So, with that being said, I want to go over streaming services and why I think that too many Star Wars TV series, you know, pretty much being a thing isn't the right direction to go, and why I feel that, you know, The Irishman, I don't know if you guys have heard about that movie, of course you guys have, but The Irishman, I feel that that movie in particular should have really been in theaters because of how much of a legendary movie it's really going to be and how classic it is by Martin Scorsese. And we can see that a lot of, you know, production companies are moving into the streaming direction right now. I myself personally would have rather to see a Kenobi Star Wars film in theaters with a lot of Star Wars fans around me and hearing their reactions as we see the shots, you know, pretty much from start to finish of the film. But with that being said, you can see that Disney and Lucasfilm are really trying to really recraft the Star Wars franchise. Now, Darth Vader, this project, as well as the Crimson Dawn project, it really seems like that they're really trying to bring Star Wars in a direction where we're going to be actually focused on the popular characters based within the originals and the prequels and everything that comes in between. Now, of course, a lot of fans love Solo: A Star Wars Story. Of course, there's a handful of fans that just thought it was okay, or ones that really disliked it. I was in the territory of thinking that Solo was just an okay film. That was just my point of view, because I feel that the casting of Han Solo could have been done better. Just my point of view. I think that they could have gotten somebody that looked a little bit more like Han Solo's Harrison Ford, or Harrison Ford's Han Solo, I should say. But everything related to Disney and Lucasfilm here, you can really see that everything is starting to change and how they're bringing Star Wars in a different direction. And I would love to hear what you guys have to say about all this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.